Down 3-1, the Timberwolves say Saturday is not Game 5, it's Game 7. Win or go home.
There is no tomorrow. You know, if we lose, it's it. You know, 7 to a Game 7. So at this point, it's the mindset. It just can't be me, though. It just got to be everybody.
They did what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to win 2 games at home. You know, where we, our mistake was losing the first game at home. That's, you know, that right now is the difference right now as far as in the series.
We win this game tomorrow, the pressure goes back on them because the hardest game in the series is the closing game. The closest team out is the hardest game.
In the 4 games played in this series, the Timberwolves have only been outscored by a total of 9 points. Sam Cassell reminded his teammates Friday that the improbable can happen, like it did in 1995 when he played for the Houston Rockets.
He was down 3-1 going into Phoenix and came back and won the series 4-3. So it's like I tell the fellas, anything is possible.
It's not like, you know, we're just getting beat down. Bro, it's just a couple plays, man, and we're right there. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, you have to take all pluses out of negatives, and that's the one that stands out the most out of everything is that we're right there.
We understand that we could beat this ball club, but understanding it and doing it is totally different.
Cassell was asked if it mattered if the Timberwolves won on Saturday as long as the team played hard. He answered matter-of-factly, there are no moral victories at this time of year. We're the #1 seed in the Western Conference, Cassell said. A moral victory at this point is still a major defeat. Now with more on the Lakers, here's Colleen Dominguez.
After another display of focus and determination by Kobe Bryant, the Lakers' Karl Malone displayed his willingness to sacrifice not for the team, but a teammate.
If I had an opportunity to win the whole thing or this kid have a better situation, I would give that better situation because I know what kind of person he is.
Comment on that for me and what that means to you when someone says something like that about you.
It means a lot. It means a lot. I mean, you know, Carl's been like a big brother to me this whole season, and you know, we have a very close relationship.
And when Kobe's injured and Carl was injured during the course of the year, and they spent some time in the training room and therapy doing some rehabilitation work together, got to really understand each other. But I think it's competitiveness that really gravitates them towards each other and their ability to play kind of a fearless game. And, you know, I think that's it. Carl's really a softy, emotional guy, and he's caring, and that comes across, I think, to Kobe.
Malone made $19 million with the Jazz last season. This season, he's practically working for free, at least by NBA standards. He came to the Lakers with one goal, to win a championship.
Life is bigger than me, and it's not about me. It's about our teammates. It's about life after basketball. So, yeah, that's the reason I came, but in the end, what's the most important. So that's kind of my attitude right now.
On Friday, Malone said he stood by his remarks, and while he would be willing to give up a championship for his friend, a win over Minnesota on Saturday will put him one step closer to that ring, while Kobe's situation is still far from being decided. In Los Angeles, Colleen Dominguez, ESPN.
Lakers have won each of the last 12 games in which they had a chance to eliminate their opponents. That's an NBA record. For the record, last team to avoid playoff elimination by the Lakers is the Pacers, who did so in Game 5 of the 2000 Finals, so they got scratched in Game 6. Game 5, Saturday, in Minnesota.
Forward Austin Crozier helped jump.
Sprewell and Hoiberg, although they've been putting a lot of pressure on Hoiberg. Here's Rush with the step. Although Candy was able to change that shot, and it is Sprewell handling.
Sometimes it's an inch that makes a difference. That shot rolls in, it's a layup, it's an 8-point game. The Lakers are a little bit more juiced up. Instead the miss, and Minnesota again with the possession.
Sprewell draws the foul.
At the 6-minute mark, so that's why he sent them back.
Minnesota by 12. Good job by Hassel to take it away from Bryant. Here comes Sprewell. Foul by Rush. We're seeing the Latrell Sprewell of several years ago, attacking the rim, not only shooting jump shots, and Latrell, as a result, will head back to the line.
Remember I talked about we see the defensive play here in the run-out. Sprewell in this series had taken 27 three-point attempts and only 14 free throws. Tonight, he has used his three more judiciously, putting the pressure on the defense, now shooting free throws the rest of the way. You don't want to settle for those long jump shots if you don't have to.
Gary Payton checks back in, replacing Slava Medvedenko. 6:45 remaining in this fourth quarter. For Minnesota, this is game number 99 on the season. They are hoping there will be a number 100 back at Staples in Los Angeles on Monday night. And if there is a game 6, we'll be there right here on TNT starting 9 o'clock Eastern time. Lakers in possession, down by 14. Bryant continues to have difficulty with Hassel. Here's Rush. Rebounded by Oliver Candy.
Minnesota's done a wonderful job of running their defense at Kobe. They've given him no opportunities here to get off to one of those jump starts, 16 to 18 point run that he had the other night.
Sprewell. Phil Jackson wants to talk it over. Minnesota by 16. 6 unanswered.
Against Kobe Bryant, he felt that when he was on the floor in games, he had done a very good job. You see the long three being launched with the 24-second clock running out. And then a little bit of physical play by Hassel that time on the pump fake. Again, the long arms and hands knocking the ball away. Trenton Hassel has bothered Kobe Bryant. Bryant right now just 5 for 14 from the floor. And an excellent defensive job on him.
Well, you can see why they were going to gear their defense to stop him. You can see in the second half, 44 points in games 3 and 4. The field goal attempts, the free throws. Tonight, they were not going to let him do that. Kobe was very aggressive in the first half, took 12 shots, only 2 shots in the second half, 1 field goal.
Only 3 points for Kobe Bryant in the second half. And Kobe with a nice move on Hassel. So Bryant now with 5 of his 19 in the second half. The T-Wolves up by 14 points, just under 6 minutes remaining on the fourth. Hassel. Terrell Sprewell has scored the last 11 points for Minnesota. And there's lots of time remaining here. Bryant spinning. As we know, he can explode at will.
And Flip Zone is not going to take any chances with him exploding. He's taking the quick timeout, and he will get Garnett back in the game right now.
Kevin Garnett has checked back in.
And Garnett just having a spectacular evening, 25 points, 19 rebounds right now. On the other hand, Kobe Bryant with 21 points.
Well, Garnett went out at the 7:43 mark, back at the 5:19. He bought 2 minutes and 24 seconds of rest. And actually, Minnesota picked up 2 points. A big break for the Timberwolves.
Shot clock down to 6. Oliver Candy. Oh, he blew the stuff.
Got himself too far under the rim, and he couldn't get it. He had to reach back over, and he lost his balance at that point.
Remember that miss. That could weigh large if the Lakers make a run. That would have pushed it to 14.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Bryant for Malone. He's been hitting the jumper. And a battle between O'Neal and Oliver Candy, and the foul is on Oliver Candy.
And you're going to see the quick hook. Madsen's going to come in the game right now for Oliver Candy. Flip is not going to take any chances. Olowokandi cannot keep Shaq off the board. He goes up and just a little arm wrestling competition, and Shaq wins that one, wins the battle. Olowokandi sits down.
Well, Shaq has been devastating on the offensive boards for Minnesota. They have to stop the Lakers from getting those second shot opportunities, and it starts with Shaquille.
Second team foul on Minnesota. Bryant facing the double. Here is Malone. 86-76. It's a 10-point Minnesota lead as we approach 4 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. 6 unanswered by the Lakers. Garnett. And here comes Fisher. Fisher and Payton in the backcourt. O'Neal, Bryant, Malone up front. all over Bryant. Bryant to the fadeaway. 86-78 with 3:40 remaining in the fourth.
We got one more basket coming for the Lakers before Flip uses his next timeout. And Minnesota has to play the game to win right now. They've got to try to finish this thing off as Sprewell misses the open jump shot. You can't protect the lead.
And Malone is ahead of the field. It's a 6-point game, and Minnesota takes a timeout.
I'm going to go back to that dunk that Olowokandi missed. That would have made it 14. He misses it. A big run by the Lakers here. Minnesota on their heels.
10 consecutive points for the Lakers.
He had a chance to dunk it and go up 14. He misses. The Lakers come down. Kobe isolates on the wing. He goes baseline, pulls up, and hits the jump shot. Malone followed with a jump shot. Then he leaked out on a layup. 6 straight points. 10 straight for the Lakers. Minnesota now must get a field goal here as the Lakers putting the pressure on with this run to try to close out this series.
In that 10-0 run, all 10 scored by the combination of Bryant and Malone. Lakers have hit 5 of the last 6 shots. T-Wolves have missed their last 4.
And Garnett 0 for 3 in the fourth quarter. We saw him get very tired. He got a nice rest. He's come back. He has to finish this game. He and Sprewell have to be the closers.
And this is where the coach knows whose hands you want to put the ball in right now, because it's got to be a guy that wants to take a shot and can make a huge shot for his team.
Well, Shaq is guarding Garnett. That's an interesting matchup.
Here's Matson. So they missed their last 5 shots. Minnesota now clinging to a 6-point lead, just under 3 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Sprewell defending against Bryant. Bryant with the step. Payton, Fisher, and a 3-second violation is called.
Well, that's not a good possession for the Lakers. They really needed that shot. And I think the reason Shaq may have been on Garnett the last time, Doug, was because I think they felt coming out that they were going to send Garnett into the low post, and they wanted Shaq to guard him down there. Once again, he's on him once again.
Down to 2:40 to play in the fourth. Minnesota up by 6. Playing the clock. Shot clock to 10. Hoiberg is fouled. Yes! And the foul! Fred Hoiberg with the bucket as he was hacked out of Iowa State. T-Wolves had been scoreless for 3.5 before that 3-point play by Hoiberg. Bryant forces the 3. Hoiberg on the rebound as we come up on 2 minutes remaining. 9-point Minnesota lead.
The jumper is there for Garnett if he wants it. Shaq cannot play him out there. He used his quickness to go right past him. More importantly, they're shooting free.
First time that they have gone to the 90-point plateau in their last 9 games. 91-80. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. T-Wolves looking to extend to a Game 6 back in Los Angeles on Monday night. Here's Bryant for 3. Sprewell is on it. What a job defensively Minnesota has done against Kobe Bryant. In particular in the second half, it's Trenton Hassel with help.
Well, they've swarmed him and they've made him take tough shots. He's not gotten in the lane at all. He's not broken their defense down.
Shot clock down to 5. Garnett. He draws the foul.
Free throw attempt for Minnesota. Their high up to this point had been 21 in game number 4. Attacking much more aggressive.
So the T-Wolves have hit all 11 of their free throws in the fourth and lead by 13 points. It's a Laker team that had won 7 of its last 8 coming in after the 2 losses. That will count on the foul. The Lakers had dropped the first 2 of the conference semi. And they spread it out in no hurry.
If you're Minnesota, use the clock. Don't turn the ball over where the Lakers can run down and get an easy one. Use all of this clock. Shoot it right at the end.
Garnett. Shot clock down to 2. Sprewell. And last touch, let's see. Last touch by Hassel of Minnesota. So it will be Laker ball with 53 seconds to play.
You know, it's one thing to play with a sense of desperation, but you must execute. And the energy and all, Minnesota, after a slow start, they won all the hustle stats. So as you look back on the game, Mike, they've had great performances by Sprewell and Garnett, but all the energy points have gone to Minnesota tonight. A sense of desperation.
They knew coming in that the only way they had a chance to win was to get the crowd involved, play off this fantastic home crowd that they have. And remember, coming into the game, the Lakers at home 8-0 during the playoffs, 3-3.
Rebounded by O'Neal with 37 seconds remaining. Lakers try to put pressure on. Serbia gets it ahead for Garnett, and he is fouled. Fisher comes up hobbling.
See, this is why, just a little thing like this here at the half-court mark, you want to end the series if you can. Anything can happen injury-wise, number one. Number two, had the Lakers won tonight and closed this out, the finals would not start until next Sunday. They would have had 7 days of rest. Remember, they finished off the Spurs, had 5 days of rest before this series. They played every other day. Now they're going to have to go back and play a Game 6. Big game here tonight from Minnesota.
And this will end the Laker run of winning 12 straight closeout games. Prior to tonight, the last time the Lakers were not able to win a closeout, the 2000 NBA Finals, when they lost to the Indiana Pacers in game number 5, but then went on to win Game 6 to take the championship. Bryant kicking it out. Walt for 3. Yes! Luke Walt from downtown. It's a 6-point game. Hassel eludes Walt. Timberwolves 15 of 16 at the line in this fourth quarter, as opposed to the Lakers 1 of 4. See the totals for the game. Hung in.
Well, it was apropos that Hoiberg would make that play because it's the toughness and energy that they were able to win this game with 58 combined points tonight. You tag in 25 for Zerbiak and Hoiberg combined. That's 83 of the 98 points by those 4 players.
9 and 6/10 seconds remaining. T-Wolves do not want to foul. Fisher with a 2-pointer had a foot on the line. And with 5 and 3/10 both, here comes Fisher from way downtown. He scores at the buzzer, but it's over. I'll tell you, this was a remarkable run by the Lakers to pull within 2. The T-Wolves hang on for a 98-96 victory. Lakers now lead 3 games to 2.